And now we come to a game that a lot of you have been waiting for. And based on the crowd, I think a few of the locals have been waiting for as well. It's Providence Academy and Stewartville girls basketball as we continue our live coverage of the Breakdown Sports USA Southern Mini Hoops Fest here at Home Federal Arena in Casson Manorville. Mike Peden with you. Providence Academy Lions, your two-time Class 2A state champions, taking on Stewartville, a team that came oh so close in 3A last year. Stewartville at 8-4, Providence at 10-2. Providence getting a lot of attention, and in fact, they're emblematic of a wide open field right now. If you followed us during our Granite City Classic coverage, you saw the thriller between Hopkins and Providence that Hopkins won after Providence nearly pulled off the comeback. They also lost to Albany, but Albany suffered a defeat to Mountain Iron Buell in that Granite City Classic. Minnehaha Academy played Providence close, losing the first meeting 83-81. So 2A is up for grabs right now. Providence is making a slight adjustment to their lineup. I don't see Brooke Honecker out there. I'm looking up and down the bench. I've covered Providence more than a few times. So Becca Greenway is going to get the start today. And for Stewartville, their players to watch: Audrey Schindler, Savannah Hedin, and Taylor Clement, all averaging double digits in scoring. The starters for Providence: Becca Greenway, and then their usuals: Emma Miliband, Ari Peterson, Hope Counts, and Madden Greenway. Again, Schoenecker not here. She is a Division I track commit at St. Thomas. And for Stewartville, it's Catherine Jones, Audrey Schindler, Taylor Clement, J.C. Rath, and Savannah Hedin. Stewartville in Class 3A, Section 1, nearly pulled it off last year, came up just a bit short. And Providence, the two-time defending state champions. Albany got that big win against them at Albany in front of a sold-out crowd. The Hopkins-Providence game was a sold-out crowd. Providence-Minnehaha was sold out, but that was part of a girls-boys doubleheader to work around a retirement ceremony for Chet Holmgren later this month. So Providence playing in front of some big crowds, and there is a big-time player in Madden Greenway. Her three is long. Madden Greenway third in the state in scoring and closing in on the 3,000-point mark. She should get there by the end of this season. Ari Peterson collects the rebound. She's an eighth grader, but has plenty of minutes. Greenway to Miliband. Emma, one of those players, and without Brooke, Providence will look a little different. Brooke, an integral part of this team. She can get big games without you realizing it. So not having her on the floor will dampen the defensive and offensive output a bit for Providence Academy. But much like Hopkins of yesteryear, anytime Providence Academy has a game, a crowd follows, and Hope Counts follows Taylor Clement for the block. Hope, the youngest of the Count sisters. Greenway putting a move on her defender, slicing through and draining the reverse, as she has done so many times in her varsity career. She's been at it since 7th grade, set a bunch of school records in 7th grade. Here's Hedin to Clement. Schindler was thinking about it. Clement will take the three, and it goes offline. Greenway will let it bounce out of bounds. Madden Greenway, that is. I have to remember there are two of them, and there are two more coming. Madden Greenway, a three-sport athlete, has won a pair of bronze medals in state soccer, led the state in scoring and goals both years, led the state in scoring and assists last year in basketball. Greenway doubled up, but she's elusive. Hope Counts had a little bit of trouble fielding it, and Stewartville will take over. 16-14 to go. Hope's two big sisters, Grace and Maria, playing for Minnesota Duluth now. Hope Counts getting some looks of her own. I've covered Providence a few times, so I have a little more background knowledge. We'll get you up to speed on Stewartville, though, as well, as they try to thread it inside, and a foul is called. 16 minutes left in the first half. The foul is on Ari Peterson, just her first. Ari logged some minutes last year, moved into the starting rotation this year, and has come up with some big performances herself. Mid-range J won't bounce in for Schindler. Ari Peterson collects the rebound. Madden cannot sync up with Beckett, and that's out of play. We had Madden, of course, on our interview booth at the Tip-Off Classic, where we covered all sorts of topics. Stewartville also took part in that Tip-Off Classic. They lost to Delano in that one. Delano, one of the big surprises in 3A this year, still undefeated. Ari Peterson gets the rebound. There's Beckett Greenway, who finds Millerburn. A lot of these players for Providence started as 7th graders. Hope wasn't one of them, but she logged plenty of time. Transition for 3 for Stewartville is there. Taylor Clement gets on the board, and based on the crowd reaction, I think there's a few more Stewartville fans. Of course, it helps that there was a boys' game that took place here a short while ago. Madden Greenway draws the foul. Greenway already on the short list of prospects in the 2026 class. Number 17, according to ESPNW. And yes, if you haven't heard by now, she and Beckett are the offspring of Chad and Jenny Greenway. But Madden, this doesn't happen often, blanks to the free throw line. Nadine goes inside, and flipping it in is J.C. Raff. And to finish up on that point about the Greenways, it was a point of irritation for a time, and not that Madden or Beckett were angry or upset about the situation, but for a while, a lot of the attention or supposition was, oh, she's Chad's daughter, she must be good. Stewartville looking for a 3, and that's good. And if you're a Providence Academy opponent, as Taylor Clement scores, you can't worry about who's on the roster. You got to play your game. The problem is you've got shifty, maneuverable, elusive figures like Madden Greenway, who knows how to use her body and lean into fouls like she just did. A chance at 3 coming. Madden Greenway, a laundry list of milestones already. One of 3 to score 60 or more in a single game. And she completes the 3-point play. So just when Taylor Clement looked like was going to give Stewartville a dose of confidence, here comes Madden Greenway to remind everyone why she is such a highly coveted player. Right now in the state leaderboard, Greenway is 3rd at 32.1. Toy Orline leads the state with 36.5. Crosby Ironton playing up north today, the Lake Superior Classic, but Providence and Crosby will have a game in January. Madden Greenway with that 3-point play. She had 3 straight 40-point games, 4 overall this season. She had 32 in the win over Minnehaha Academy in a back-and-forth affair. Standing room only. Connor Getz said one of the largest crowds he has ever seen. Again, the doubleheader, I think, added to the atmosphere, but their games are events. Hadine's shot was altered, so it will be a side out here for Stewartville. 13:54 to go. Greenway intercepts the inbound pass. Lost her balance, though, And a foul was called as Millerburn swooped in for the recovery. I've spoken at length about Madden Greenway's accolades. That's another one. Her ability to snipe those inbound passes the way a safety or cornerback would in football. And a few of her teammates have started picking up on that move. Madden did tell me at that interview station during our conversation, here's Millerburn, that she feels she has started to solidify herself in her own way and become more than just Chad and Jenny's daughter. At least in the eyes of the casual observers. Stewartville looking for the 3 ball. Clement can't deliver it this time, but an offensive rebound gives them another chance. It's 8-7, Stewartville with a 1-point lead. Hedin along the wing. Providence zoning up here, 8 to shoot. 14-footer is there for J.C. Rath. That's her second field goal. Greenway used up the dribble. Millerburn, touch 3. Short. Clement and Rath boxing out the paint well. Here's another 3. Bullseye. Audrey Schindler connects on the triple. Greenway, look out. Has range, didn't land there. Hope counts, she can shoot threes too. That comes up just a bit short. Rebound gathered by number 21, McKenna Schaefer. She may get a few more minutes today. And Providence Academy scores a second chance bucket thanks to Hope Counts. Providence, lots of history when it comes to girls basketball. Stewartville, again, had that terrific run last year. They pulled off an upset over Becker along the way in the semifinals. Rebound collected by Schaefer. She's got it in stride. Play broken up by Stewartville, but it goes out of bounds before they can get to it. And we'll see our first set of Stewartville substitutions. Madden Greenway to inbound. Millerburn left alone underneath, but she can't scoop it in. Stewartville, the 3 balls have been going. Errant pass, it ricochets off Counts. The way the ball does in Pong, or something to that effect. 11:38 left in the first half. Stewartville up 13-9. Stewartville in 3A, Providence in 2A, so just another one of those games that will serve as a learning tool for both sides. Here's a deep 3, and Stewartville feeling it from the perimeter. Audrey Schindler with her second 3-pointer. That's the 4th already for Stewartville, and they lead 16-9. Madden Greenway, the turnaround is pure. Madden with 5. And I have to emphasize first names with 2 of them out there. Another 3. I guess Stewartville's human after all. And there's Brooke Honecker. She was in the lineup. She thought she could slip past me. Well, Ari Peterson slips past the defensive coverage and lays it in off the feed from Madden Greenway. Ari's on the board. It's 16-13. Brooke recently passed 1,000 points. Again, going to St. Thomas for track. 3 from the key for Stewartville. That doesn't fall. Beckett Greenway collects the rebound. Had her first big game of the season against Matamidi. Ari Peterson wants the 3. It's short. Rebound tipped to Clement. Greenway looking for the interception, doesn't get it, but got just enough of it to force a side out. Hope Counts will check back in. .10:09 left, and Providence, this is one trait they excel in. They just keep swiping and swiping and swiping. Stewartville, that run to the championship round, coincidentally, like the boys, was the first time they ever got to state. That win over Becker in the semis, a big deal for the Tigers of Stewartville over in Section 1. Byron figures to be a challenge in that group. Byron having a great start to their season, making the top 10 in the most recent polling. 10 to shoot for Stewartville. Schindler in trouble. We've got a jump ball. The arrow favors Stewartville. Offensive rebound for the Tigers. Schindler wants the three, and a foul is called before the shot. It's on Hope. Just her first. Providence, they've been playing some astute defense here. They're not a team that's going to run up the foul count. They're smart, they're aggressive, but smart. 16-13. Bounce pass. 7 to shoot for the Tigers. This is Kylie Minnick. She finds Schindler for 3, and it goes off the iron. Ari Peterson adding another rebound. Ari's got some length and is having a good 8th grade year. Providence coughs it up. Stewartville goes on the run. They've got a trailer, and they'll have to settle for free throws. Savannah Haydeen draws the foul. Savannah Haydeen, the senior. 3-sport athletes, soccer, basketball, and softball. You see a lot more of that in the smaller towns, even in 3A like Stewartville. We mentioned Mankato East earlier. Some of it is simply due to numbers, but others can attest to the benefits of playing multiple sports. As Haydeen makes both free throws. And an old friend of mine once said, you're only in high school one time, so why not do it all? Anna Greenway takes it, got in front of the timeline beforehand, so that pass is valid. Hope Counts, lobs it to Peterson. Tries to make lemonade out of lemons, a little too far underneath. Not a bad try, though. 18-13, Stewartville over Providence Academy. Rath thought about it. Haydeen. Kick out. This is Danica Schindler, who had a touch, and she will get the touch and the foul. Danica with an early candidate for play of the game. And Stewartville holding off Providence Academy so far, but remember, Providence, they're no stranger to comebacks. They had a comeback against Hopkins last year in the community clash and almost did the same thing this year when they trailed by 20. Moral of the story, it's still way too early to make any kind of proclamation on who's going to win this game. Even in our last game, Mankato East looked like they had it in the bag, and Stewartville almost pulled off a comeback. Greenway's long pass intercepted by Clement. Haydeen hands it off. Stewartville looking for that three. They passed up a couple of looks. And a double dribble call on Schindler. Didn't work out there for the Tigers. Here's a three for Madden Greenway. It's off the iron, and Stewartville takes over the dead ball rebound. What a great cut and a great finish by Taylor Clement. Stewartville, they're up big, 23-13. And looking at their schedule again, Stewartville, they've run into some trouble against higher level competition. Although Byron and Alexandria, those games were within reach. Delano and Minnetonka, not so much. But Stewartville, even though they're not quite the same group they were last year when they won silver, they still have some playmakers. Greenway tried to go up to Peterson again. Stewartville staying on top of Ari down low. Like a quarterback that has to throw into double and triple coverage. It is still Providence ball, though, as Stewartville could not grip the ball cleanly before it rolled out of bounds. But they are all over Peterson. Fakes, it's Honecker for three. That will be a foul, no timeout. Didn't see much of a foul call there. 7:16 left in the first half. When you hear those whistles, your first instinct is foul and then timeout. Certainly understandable, though, when you're pinched along the sideline like that. A reminder, you can follow us on social media for highlights and programming information at NSPN Minnesota on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. NSPN is your home for the Minnesota State tournaments. Every event not seen on 45 TV can be found right here. Stewartville, they've traded winning streaks and losing streaks. They lost their last two at the Granite City Classic. They have two more invitationals, so they'll be back here next Saturday for the Casson Manorville showdown to take on Benilde St. Margaret's. That game significant in the 3A standings. Olivia Olson back in the lineup for Benilde St. Margaret's, and she was back with a vengeance in Thursday's win over Jordan, 30 points. Audrey Schindler putting a move. This is a good first half. Here's a three from Clement. She's been feeling it, and she's feeling it some more. Stewartville up by 13. Clement with 11. Greenway finds Peterson this time. Ari is fouled. She'll shoot two. Ari, the 8th grader, the daughter of former NFL running back Adrian Peterson, and that was one of the conversation topics I had with Madden as Ari makes the front end, and they both come from similar backgrounds, but Madden considers Ari one of the most athletic players she has ever met, played alongside with. She had nothing but glowing things to say about Ari, and I have a feeling we may hear a lot more about Ari in the years to come. It's Stewartville ball. The elbow J is long. Hope Counts gets the rebound. Madden Greenway goes for the runner and drains it. It's been a while since Maddie got on the board, but she has 7 now. And one at a time. Providence, they're not going to be fazed by a deficit. Not when there's a lot of time left in this one. You don't win 2 state titles without a little bit of mental fortitude. Just over 6 minutes left. Another three for Stewartville. This could be a pathway for Providence to get back in this. Madden Greenway launches the three and connects. So Providence working their way back. Clement missing the layup after cutting her way down low. Greenway, she scored the last 5, wants 3 more, won't get it. At least not that time. Hedin draws the foul. And that will be the second on Hope Counts. Hedin, outside of her 3 sports, considers herself something of a neat freak, or at least an organizational orchestrator. She likes everything organized as possible, so I'm guessing her bedroom is anything but chaotic. It's a split for Hedin. 27-19. Hope Counts wanted Emma Millerburn, but she wasn't quite in position. So a free ball for Stewartville, 5:19 to go. Hedin to Clement. Now Hedin has it along the wing. Pass tipped by Schaefer. Rath to Hedin. Got an opening in the lane. Couldn't find the hole though. Rath. Hope Counts has to be careful with the 2 fouls. Clement for 3. Short. That touch she had early has tapered off. Greenway to Hope Counts. Count it. Hope Counts had to clutch the ball momentarily, and that may work to her benefit because she'll have a chance for 3. Hope, the youngest of the Count sisters, their grandfather played in the NBA back in the 50s. Three-sport athlete herself, volleyball, basketball, and track. Hope Counts completes the 3-point play, 27-22. Providence trailed by 13, but I don't think anyone's too surprised that they have found a way to storm back. Not a lot of contact, at least from my vantage point, but enough to warrant the foul. And that's going to be on Hope Counts her 3rd, so she'll have to check out, and that could alter Providence Academy's effectiveness down low for sure. Free throws coming for Stewartville. Both teams had a fouls to give. And this is Taylor Clement. An aggressive player who can shoot the 3 at a high percentage. We saw that early. Clement splits at the line. 28-22. Greenway making lemonade out of lemons, but that's her signature. Madden initially had trouble on the dribble, but she's too crafty and too stoic to let that bother her. 28-24. Clement kicks out. Hedin for 3. That's off the rim. Ari Peterson, another rebound. Madden Greenway, she's got numbers, finds Beckett. And the 7th grader is on the board. You hear the defense chants. The Greenway family usually leads those, bringing a little bit of that college and professional atmosphere into the high school arena. Clement. Now it's Hedin back to Clement. She'll pull up for the mid-range shot and put it down. Clement with 14. It's 30-26. Stewartville over Providence Academy. 3:18 left in the first half. And even though Hope Counts has to ride the bench for now with those 3 fouls, she lost a prized possession. I understand a box of Cheez-Its sadly met their demise at the Granite City Classic. It took her a while to get over that. This Lions team, they're not afraid to have fun with themselves and others. They're a highly effervescent and approachable group. Stewartville gone off to that fantastic start from three-point range, leading by as much as 13. Looking ahead for them, again, they're in Section 1, so Byron, you figure, will be a challenge. The rematch will be February 5th at Stewartville. That game will have significance. St. Peter also on the schedule, February 6th at St. Peter. And Benilde St. Margaret's right here next Saturday at the Castle-Mantorville Showdown. So plenty of chances here to position themselves for section seeding and possibly state tournament seeding. Benilde St. Margaret's, that's a rematch of last year's 3A championship. And St. Peter, one of the teams to watch in Section 2, the Saints and the Marshall Tigers. Honecker was looking for Peterson, but Kylie Minnick was in front of her, and those are not easy passes to pull off. If you try to go front shoulder, back shoulder, maybe Peterson has a chance there, but it's still Providence ball. And there is Peterson. The turnaround too strong. Schaefer is there for cleanup duty. McKenna Schaefer's on the board. 3 on the way. Offline, dead ball rebound to Providence. As Kevin Anderson has said more than once, when you shoot good, you look well. When you shoot well, you look good, however you phrase it. Honecker looking for a 3. That goes off the rim. When you don't shoot well, you can run into trouble. Danica Schindler. Over to Audrey. And that will be a foul on Beckett. Audrey will go to the line with Providence in the penalty. Schindler missing the front end. Has one eye that's 2 different colors, but that hasn't stopped her from competing in soccer, basketball, and track. It's a split for Stewartville. Madden Greenway pulls up. Not enough on it that time, but when you're a player of Greenway's caliber, you're going to have a few of those plays like that. I think for Providence, they'll take where they're at after trailing by 13 some time ago. Trying to stay within striking range. Schaefer, Peterson, and Honecker all converging on Taylor Clement there to break up that drive. 2:03 left in the first half. Nadine inside, up and in. That is Addison Ruffridge. Greenway draws the double and cleverly spots Peterson for 2. That's one perk when you have the IQ and floor awareness that she does. Here's a 3 from Stewartville. That's long. Peterson almost got the rebound. It was knocked away, but it goes out of bounds, so a dead ball rebound. And Peterson holding her own down there, as Hope Counts has to wait until the second half with those 3 fouls. Greenway, the laser skip to Millerburn. Nobody there, though. Honecker fires the 3. Hasn't landed yet, but she can hit those. Peterson will give it a try, and she gets the Plinko bounce. Providence has tied this up after trailing by 13. Under a minute to play in half number 1. Not a foul you want to concede, as that will mean free throws for Hayden. That will be the second on Beckett Greenway. Made the lunge, tried to get the knockout, I suspect. Knock out the ball, that is. Just didn't quite go as planned. So Hayden will try to add a couple more at the line and cannot. That was 1 and 1. And that ball took a speedy carom. So Providence has a chance to take the lead. Madden Greenway will look to do just that. Airballed it. And receives a teasing chant from some of the Stewartville fans. But again, it happens to the best of us. Just got to shake it off, and I have no concerns that Providence will do just that. 4-second difference, shot clock to game clock. But Stewartville's not going to wait that long, not when they see a lane for the taking. It's Taylor Clement with a sensational first half, 16 points. Madden taking her time, 8 seconds, shot clock off, calling out a play. Is it Madden Greenway time? That will silence the crowd. Silence the Stewartville crowd, that is. Madden Greenway was sizing up the three from Caitlin Clark range. And she is pure to close the first half. 36-35, Madden Greenway with 15. And after trailing by 13, Providence has a 1-point lead, but we still have 18 more minutes to play. Stick around, you're watching live coverage of the Breakdown Sports USA Southern Mini Hoops Fest live on NSPN. Providence leads 36-35.
Hi, I'm Chase, and I'm a manager at a McDonald's in Western Wisconsin. My goal after college is to become a high school chemistry teacher. Archways Opportunity has made a difference because it's taken away some of the financial stress by providing tuition assistance.
Have a great day now.
I think working here will help me in my future career because I learned how to work as a team, which I will need to do with my fellow teachers in the future.
For job information, text APPLY to 38000 or visit jobs.mchire.com.
Star Tribune covers high school sports as passionately as you live them. Don't miss a beat on the games you love. Check out Star Tribune all day, every day for the latest prep news, scores, and so much more.
Local sports coverage can be found on NSPN.TV all year long. From the first crack of the bat in August to the final putt in June.
And that is good for the individual championship.
We are there. Subscribe to the Neighborhood Sports Network to watch events both live and on demand, including state tournament coverage in every sport. Email jobs at nspn.tv if you'd like to join our team of broadcasters and camera operators. Welcome to the neighborhood.
Hey, boss. Okay.
I said I'm fine.
Me the bed, see you in the morning. With the frosted Superman, but it wasn't on it. And we lost it.
You can talk to me.
It's been really hard for me.
Looks like we are back in action. We will get everything updated for you in a moment. 44-39 is our score, Providence over Stewartville. We had a little bit of a snafu. I think somebody was trying to sabotage us. No, I actually don't know what happened, but it's all right. We're still here. We're still in one piece. Taylor Clemens at the line to shoot free throws after drawing the foul. She had 16 first half points. Madden Greenway had 15 points in the first half, and Clement makes both free throws here. Stewartville 8 of 12 at the line. On the other side, Madden Greenway has 19 by our count. Providence leads 44-41. 3 offline. Honecker can't quite save it. So we will get our bug back up to speed. It's a new location for us, and no matter where you are, sometimes snafus pop up. But our stream is back online, and hopefully we won't have any more hiccups to bring you what could be an exciting game here between Providence Academy and Stewartville. Live on NSPN. Here is Hadeen, a little out of control, but she draws the foul. Stewartville led by 13 in the first half, if you are just joining us. Providence took the lead on a buzzer beater 3 by Madden Greenway to end the first half. And this is Hadeen at the line to shoot 2. We have a few more scores to share with you. As Hadeen misses the front end. Splits there. Stewartville 9 of 14 at the free throw line. That's a mid-range J for Millerburn, and it doesn't drop in. Hope Counts had 3 fouls in the first half, so she is playing sporadic minutes here. Stewartville used the 3 ball to great success early, but it's tapered off since then. Audrey Schindler missing. Madden Greenway changed decision at the last moment. Millerburn is hacked on her way in. Greenway to inbound, finds Peterson. She wants Millerburn, now Millerburn getting doubled. Honecker gathers herself and drills the 3. As we've said before with Brooke Honecker, she is one of those big-time players, 47-42. Stewartville wants one back, bullseye, Taylor Clement. Hoping to get her groove back from 3-point range. Greenway used up the dribble and is called for traveling. Got hit in the face. She had to leave the game against Hill Murray early. But Madden, one of those tough cookies who can keep on trucking, and I suspect she'll do that here. Providence brings the pressure. Another 3 for Stewartville. That goes off the front iron. Dead ball rebound to Providence Academy. 13:28 left in the second half. Our next game will be Buffalo and La Crosse Central in boys basketball. Buffalo making the state tournament last year. And as always, go to the corresponding link. Greenway tries to sprint ahead, finds Schaefer, who slips underneath for 2. Madden Greenway, her ability to recover from plays that are bobbled is just amazing, impressive to watch. Another chance for Providence after the stop. It's Greenway, off balance. I think the Stewartville fans might have poked the bear again in the metaphorical sense. They were throwing some airball chants at her after a missed jumper. She hit the 3 to end the half, and after she got another tease from their fan section, she's been involved in the last couple of plays. Schaefer has the ball stripped from behind by Clement. 6-point game, 51-45. Here's a 3. Off the heel. High Karam. It's a jump ball. And I think Stewartville fans expressing their displeasure because they wanted a foul. From mid-range, it's Audrey Schindler. She's having herself a game. Greenway, a little out of control there. Deep 3 for Stewartville. It's there! Audrey Schindler makes it a 1-point game again. I've got her at 16. Back and forth this game goes, but if we learned anything last week, it's a wide open field no matter the matchup. Emma Millerburn in a tough spot, her shot blocked. We do have a few other scores as well. Minnehaha Academy winning another close one with Winona over at Rochester Century. And Rock Ridge edging Duluth Marshall at the Lake Superior Classic. Beckett Greenway wants the 3. Got it! Clement had space for a moment. Schaefer closed in. Nadine drew the foul. And who's it going to be on? In years past, usually you had your front runners. That foul is on Shannon Healy. And Hadim will shoot 2 more. You had your front runners, and they were the teams everyone wanted to beat. This year, we've got at least 3 teams that could win it all in 2A. 3A, I think, could be up for grabs. We'll see, as Benilde St. Margaret's has their top player back in the lineup. 4A, the Lake Conference hasn't played each other yet. I think we'll get a better picture after that. Beckett Greenway mishandling the pass from Madden. And Providence Academy, they played their share of close games. It's not unlike what the Vikings have been in the last couple of years, where seemingly every game comes down to the last possession or so. But there is a lot of parity this year in Minnesota girls basketball, more than in years past. At least more that's apparent. Sometimes you didn't get those big surprises until state. Stewartville hoping to drop a surprise here. Schindler's 3 gives the Tigers the lead once more. Greenway puts a move. That was Beckett Greenway, pass broken up. And Hope counts, and Ari Peterson will check back in with 10:36 to go. Stewartville, again, not quite at the level they were a year ago, but still potent enough. They do have some statement wins on the resume. Hope counts, spots a cutting Millerburn down low. Emma had a quiet first half. She's made a couple of plays here, and she goes up to 7. Long pass. We've had 3 good ones so far. Our last 2 were nail biters. This one is shaping up to be a photo finish as well, with just over 10 minutes to go. Stewartville looking for another three. Clements can't drop it in. Ari Peterson adding another rebound. She averages 5.5 a game. Beckett Greenway almost got the roll, but she will shoot two. Beckett, in her first varsity season, averaging 4.1 a game. Her numbers aren't too lavish yet, but she has plenty of time to grow into her body and pick up a few tricks along the way. I actually caught up with the matriarch, Jenny, and she said Beckett has some skills, some intangibles that Madden didn't have at 7th grade, but I don't think she's putting any expectation or any suggestion on who's better. I think there's an understanding that, hey, she's a 7th grader. She's got a lot of time to polish and refine her game. She makes both free throws, though, and she's got 7 off the bench. She had 11 in the win over Matamidi back in December. 58-55. Just another one of those big games that bring out the crowd. Stewartville could tie it here, but the three is off the heel. Offensive rebound, Kylie Minnick. Now Schindler will even the score. Audrey Schindler with 22. Greenway is fouled, and she'll go to the line. Madden Greenway. Madden, the sophomore, again in position to join the 3,000-point club later this season. Nearly led a comeback against Tompkins last week in a game we had for you live on NSPN over at St. Benedict. Sold out crowd there. Checking out of the game is Danica Schindler. Madden Greenway makes both free throws. Providence, the pressure works. Madden, one-on-one. Once again, those body mechanics. Outside of her, the only other player I can think of that's in her zone is Kendall McGee, even though Kendall's currently recovering from that knee injury last year at State. Two players who are speedy, quick, and know how to use their bodies to lean into others to draw fouls. It can result in free throws, as we've seen from Madden, and it also can start piling up those fouls, as Madden makes both. Or did she? Did someone cross beforehand? What's going on? Okay, it wasn't a violation. Apparently someone got a little too rowdy, and the official is pointing it out to one of the breakdown staffers on site. So the free throws count. They stand 62-58. Madden Greenway now with 25 points. Just over 9 minutes to play in this one. We've had a great first half of games here at Home Federal Arena in Kasson-Mantorville. Another three for Stewartville. This one long. Hope counts with the rebound, and look who has it with numbers again. Madden Greenway went for the pull-up that time. That didn't work out. Peterson's second attempt comes up short. Hope counts using her length for the interception. She's 6'2", 6'3". Lobs it to Greenway, and Madden flips it in. Madden up to 27. We know she's capable of big numbers. She has put up big numbers in each of the last 3 years, really last 4, if you go back to that 7th grade year where she led the team in scoring. Stewartville slips through. Audrey Schindler sneaks past Hope Counts for the score. Stewartville will take a timeout. Schindler with 24. And we've got ourselves a tight one, 64-60, 8:08 to go in the second half. So that gives us a chance to talk about a few more scores. Again, lots of close ones. Minnehaha with a 3-point win over Winona. Winona sneaking into the top 10. Addie Mack held to 19 points today. Angel Hill had 22 in that game. Elsewhere, Park Center took care of Minneapolis North 73-24. That a bit of a surprise. And Rock Ridge taking on Duluth Marshall and coming up with the win there. Really, this season, the theme has been parity. Anybody and everybody can step up. Another reminder, we will have more games as we continue our coverage throughout the day here. And as always, go to the corresponding link to visit each game. I'm looking at Madden's numbers. Her lowest output was 16. Again, she had to leave early because she took a hit to the face, had to get checked out. She had 19 against Albany as the Huskies were able to get out of there with the win. And then, as we mentioned, they lost to Mountain Iron Buell. So Kevin Anderson called it the Saturday massacre of sorts last week because there were so many crazy results that were a little unexpected. Ari Peterson can't get the bounce on the jumper. Hope counts, dives forward and saves it. Fresh 20 for the Lions of Providence Academy. Madden Greenway guarded heavily again. Hope counts, back to Madden Greenway, blocked from behind. It will stay with Providence Academy. They'll have 9 on the clock. Again, anytime Madden touches the ball, she is going to be points A, B, and C of defensive attention. 6 to shoot. Madden for a step back 3. Bullseye! Another 30-point game for Madden Greenway. That's 3 of the last 4. Elbow J off the heel. Madden Greenway with the rebound. This is the largest lead of the game for Providence Academy, and they would love to shut the door here if they can. Greenway triple, finds Mellerburn. Not enough touch there. The turnaround shot doesn't fall for J.C. Rath. Greenway looking to slide her way through, and she almost did, but she will shoot free throws again. Madden Greenway just collected her 10th 30-point game. She had 30 or more in the first 6 games of the year. 4 40-point games. And if that wasn't enough for you, she has 5 double-doubles and a triple-double in that win over Hortonville. Greenway blanks. Ari Peterson can't put it in. Stewartville getting a lifeline. Still plenty of time here, but anytime you get a chance like this, you want to capitalize. Coming off an empty possession on the other end, a 3 would go a long way for that. Hope counts. Elevates once more for the rebound. Madden Greenway cannot connect with Ari Peterson. Some of the passes, most have been great. Some have been a little off target. Of course, it's easy for me to say that when I'm up here and I don't have to make all those split-second decisions, but it's just one of those games where anyone can take it. A silver medalist and a 2-time champion. J.C. Rass 3, short this time. Ball was knocked away by Stewartville. It will go to Providence. 5:44 to go. Not quite a sellout, but certainly a lot of interested patrons here up along the high tops, along our walkway press area, and certainly in the bleachers when you see the crowd Like we said, they get a crowd. Madden Greenway finds Peterson on the high-low, and Ari will go to the line for two. Providence draws lots of fans wherever they go, much like Hopkins when Paige Beckers was here. Ari Peterson. We mentioned Madden's glowing review of her. Connor Getz, the head coach, has the same thing to say. One of the best athletes on the floor. But Providence leaving a few points at the line as of late. And Hope Counts jumped it. Or did Stewartville go first? Officials rule that Stewartville's J.C. Rath moved first. And you can tell how the Stewartville fans feel about that. Providence blanks at the line again. They're 7 of 14, and we're still at a 7-point margin. A three for Schindler. Hit a big one a little while ago. Rebound by Peterson, knocked away. Again, there are a few more Stewartville fans. Part of that might be the carryover from the boys' game that took place earlier. Stewartville also much closer than Plymouth, where Providence Academy is located. Madden Greenway, another deep three, short this time. We're at a stalemate of sorts here with 5 minutes to go. Here's another three for Stewartville, and it's pure. Taylor Clement has been connecting on triples all game long. She's got 24. Peterson to Hope Counts. Back out to Peterson. She launches the three. Might have, no, Hope Counts didn't get positioned in time, didn't establish herself in the field of play. Providence calls timeout. They have 3 remaining. They have been in their share of close ones all season long. Enough to give some of the parents gray hairs. Hopkins, Albany, Lakeville North, Dowling Catholic. Their next game is Edina. That one should be winnable for Providence Academy, and then they will play Champlain Park, so they'll get a breather, or so we think, for a little while before that rematch with Minnehaha Academy. Then they go to Buffalo, Roosevelt, Minnetonka at the Community Clash, a game we'll have for you live on NSPN. There'll be another gauntlet, Minnetonka, Crosby, Ironton, and Maple Grove in 3 straight matchups. But this is why they schedule the way they do. It's nice to have those extended winning streaks, but this is all about preparation for the postseason, and this is how you grow. Providence not afraid to schedule tough. Here's a three from the corner. Offensive rebound for Rath after Clement missed, but nobody there to help her out. Madden Greenway takes the steal. Doesn't have the numbers, tries to throw it up. Ari Peterson took a bunny hop, and just another one of those games. And with Stewartville, I think the expectation when I spoke to a couple of the analysts here, thought this one may not be as close. But Stewartville playing their hearts out, making this a challenge. And this is the kind of game that could jumpstart their confidence as well, win or lose. I'm sure they wouldn't mind another trip to state. Schindler pulls up from 13 and makes it a 2-point game. Schindler with 26. Providence, they've been a little rattled as of late. Hope Counts, couldn't hang on to it. Madden Greenway looking for the steal, mistimed it. Here's a three for the lead. It goes off the heel. Millerburn got the rebound. Ari Peterson Puts on the brakes. Millerburn, elbow J. Rolls it in. Millerburn with 9. That was a bucket Providence will gladly take. A foul is called. It's on Hope Counts, and that's it for her. Hope will finish with 5 points. Just had a tough time making things work today. Providence still has 2 fouls to give. Stewartville in the penalty if you're keeping track with 2:54 to go. So Providence will have to make do with their smaller lineup. Baseline jumper. Clanks off the back iron. Millerburn doubled up here. Had the ball knocked away. Madden Greenway gets there and gets it across in time. Big possession here. Greenway stays on the pivot and gets the friendly bounce. Madden with 32. Providence looking to get another statement win to follow up that big one over Minnehaha Academy on Tuesday. Stewartville looking for their biggest win of the season. 6-point margin, but we know Stewartville in that 3-ball has been a huge ticket for them. Taylor Clement draws the foul. She'll shoot free throws, and that isn't too bad of an option either. It gives you a chance to score with the clock stopped. As we mentioned with Stewartville, this would be their biggest win. I'd say their best one so far was the victory over Goodhue. Clement makes both. 4-point game, 71-67, 1:57 on the clock. Providence with 1 foul left to give. Hope Counts is fouled out of the game. Stewartville in the penalty. They do use their last timeout. With 1:57 left, it's an interesting call here by head coach Tanner Teige, because if Stewartville finds themselves in a jam, they won't have a timeout. Also, if they need a bucket late, they can't stop the clock. So something to keep an eye on. Providence has 3 timeouts left. They hold the possession arrow from what we can tell. Madden Greenway with 32 points. Taylor Clement with 26. Audrey Schindler with 26 for Stewartville. Providence, every time they've are in one of these breakdown events, that seems to be the theme. Hortonville, Hopkins, Duluth, Marshall, that was a pretty easy cruise for them, but this is usually what happens. Photo finishes, because everyone else, they're going to bring their best to try to get you. Madden Greenway lost her footing and turns it over. Plenty of time left for Stewartville, 71-67. They led by 13. That lead was erased by halftime. Moving around the picket fence was J.C. Rath, but she left it empty. Providence can work some clock here. They can't hold it, as you know, with the shot clock, but they could put a big stamp. Madden Greenway, the spin move, and the finish. My, oh my. Madden, a maddening figure to defend for anyone who has to face her. But Stewartville, they're not going to go away just yet. Taylor Clement draws the foul and can make this a 1-possession game with a free throw coming up. That's just the first on Madden Greenway. Clement, 28 points by my count. She and Schindler putting up some sensational numbers here. One possession game. Stewartville can play for a stop. Madden Greenway looking for the dagger. It came up short. Stewartville, they don't need a three, but one would tie it. And then they throw it away. There was a little miscommunication on the route. Now, what do you do if you're Stewartville? 7-second difference, shot clock to game clock. You can play for a stop, but if Providence runs it down, and that looks like that's what they're doing, if they run it down and make a basket, it's ball game. Providence will call a timeout. 20.8, 13 seconds on the clock. And if you're wondering about the 5 count, again, it does not apply on the dribble with the shot clock now in play. We're all still learning a few things about the shot clock procedures with the first year being in place. So here's the situation. Providence out of fouls to give. Stewartville out of fouls to give. Providence still holds the arrow, and they'll have 2 timeouts left. And the score has been updated here. 73-69. I think they're checking the numbers one more time to make sure they're accurate. Well, that changes the equation considerably, and I'm not sure Stewartville is aware of this yet. It was 73-70. It got reset to 73-69. This would be a notable change because then you'd have to foul almost if you're Stewartville because it's a 2-possession margin, not a 1-possession margin. But it looks like that's what we're going with. You talk about unforeseen developments. I don't think I have ever witnessed such an instance of a score being updated this late in a game. If it were a runaway, no big deal. But 20.8 and a difference of 1 point looming so large. This is going to be an interesting situation to uncover. A quick reminder, we'll have a quick out since we're running a bit long. Buffalo and La Crosse Central, our next game. That's boys basketball. And you can follow along on NSPN. Just go to the corresponding link on the NSPN screen. But the first half of games here at Home Federal Arena, the score has been updated and confirmed. It is 73-70. So a dramatic pause. It's still Providence ball. They'll have 13 on the shot clock, 20 on the game clock. And again, both teams out of fouls to give. Oh, no! Well, it was almost oh, no, but Madden retrieves it. You can do that in the backcourt. Madden, he's going to run it down. Now she makes her move, finds Schaefer. Rebound, and the shot clock. Did it go off or did it touch rim? Providence did retrieve it in time before it went off, and it will be a foul. So Madden Greenway will go to the line. It's the 3rd on Schindler, but that's not important. If Greenway makes this first one, it's ball game. If not, Stewartville will have a chance. Greenway missed a couple earlier, but it's a big one there, and Providence can exhale once more. We're going to have to reset the clock, but Providence Academy, no shortage of tests this year. When you look at their schedule, it was a grueling one, but usually a telltale sign of a team's prospects is how they schedule outside of the conference. We mentioned a lot of the games coming up, And Providence goes on the road to play Alexandria, one of the top teams in 3A. They erase a 13-point deficit. That's a deep three. And Audrey Schindler gets one for the highlight reel, but time will run out. Providence didn't have to inbound it. There was enough time, or not enough time, for them to do anything about it. That Stewartville, that is. So Providence Academy wins 75-73, and once again, Madden Greenway, another clutch performance for the sophomore, 36. Schindler will finish with 29 for Stewartville. Taylor Clement with 30. Another instant classic here at the Southern Mini Hoops Fest presented by Breakdown Sports USA. Providence Academy goes to 11-2, and more tests coming their way. We're on a quick out so we can get ready for our next game, Buffalo and La Crosse Central. We hope you'll join us then as we continue live coverage